I don't know what's in your storage closet that you're afraid to bring out because other people have told you, or you have the cultural notion that it's wrong. But the reality is that it's a part of who you are, and you should be sharing it because it may grant you easier access to the success that you want in your life. So I used my body as an example yesterday, and I'm going to expand on that and then use something else. But before I do, what's yours? In a comment, what's the thing you've been holding back that if you were to use it, it might actually add value to you, but you didn't do it because of, well, you're ashamed. You were told culturally it's not appropriate. What is that? Put in the chat box. Let's talk about it because I might help you be able to unpack that so you can actually start living the life you desire with the freedom that you deserve. So going back to my body thing real quick. So I used my physique as a part of that. Well, let me tell you what that turned into. That combined with the leadership development and the things my father had me study ridiculously growing up led to me writing a book. I just chose to write a book because I'd started coaching people before this thing called coaching, unquote, was at least mainstream. Not that I was ahead of the curve. It's just who I am, but there was no title for it. And people weren't, the main common person wasn't getting paid to do it. So I wrote this book because I didn't like having small business owners or clients pay me for what I felt like were fundamental things that I use as an advantage to get where I am in life. I feel like those things, they should be free, or let's better use their time while they're paying me by creating something, a tool, a summary, so to speak, of things that they should just know. Well, that led me to writing this PDF, which was never intended to go anywhere. It was just, I was going to share with those clients that want to do business with me. Hey, read this first so when we get together, I can earn my money. I was on a bus one day, a city bus in Chicago, and I just happened to meet a random guy. He asked what I was up to. I told him I'd just written a book for my clients. He's like, really? You ever thought about getting it published? And I was like, no, I mean, it's not what it's for. But notice I wasn't shy to communicate what I was up to a random stranger because the vibe was cool. He said, well, my brother has a recording studio. I'd like to record you on audio. And I was kind of like, wait, what? I don't, in my brain, I'm like, I don't know you. I just met you. We haven't been on the bus 10 minutes. I've already told you what I recently did that is not sacred, but I don't know if it's very good or not. And you want me to come meet you somewhere? You're a stranger, danger. Yeah, he's like, yeah, my brother has a recording studio. Come by a couple weeks, I'll get it set up. I'll record you, and I won't charge you anything. And I was kind of like, this is weird, but maybe it's God opening a door for me. So I was like, okay, sounds good. Turns out it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Monday, again, the 4 Essentials for a Healthy Lifestyle became a popular audiobook. I was able to disseminate it to more people simply because I shared it online. In fact, I didn't even charge for it that often. I quickly made it my business card. I use it as a tool for people to be able to validate my work. People would come to me and they'd say, well, that was an amazing book. And I'd say, okay, what about it was amazing? And they'd say things like, well, I lost weight and I feel better. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not what the book is about. How did I get here? But I remember mentors had told me when people come to you and tell you that they're getting something from you, don't fight them and tell them you do something else. Build them for it. What he meant was pay attention to what people are telling you they get from you, and that'll help you discover who you are and what your work is. What's your work? What do people always come to you for inherently that for you is just second nature that maybe you're overlooking? Inside of that, you're probably going to find the answer to what you should be doing and what's in your storage closet that's not being utilized. So anyway, I did that and got me a couple of speaking events and some podcasts and some other stuff. It was really cool. But I started paying attention to people saying they were losing weight. So I launched this thing called, I went and qualified myself a bit more. I went and got a certification as a raw vegan nutritionist. And I use that because I want to have more responsibility in this. If I'm going to help people, let me get some more responsibility. So I went and got some training and did a lot of research. And I started helping people. We started a group on Facebook called the Proper Physique, and that became the goal, right? It's the Proper Physique was all about what you look like without the layers, because we all have a way that we look, and it may not be a six pack, it may be a six pack. I don't really care. But what do you look like when there's no inflammation? What do you look like when there are no layers? And that became a group coaching program. We did some one-on-one work that led to co-founding the number one juice bar in Chicago at the time, called Just Juice. Proud owner, founder, and that led to tens of thousands of dollars, hundred thousands of dollars over the years, just working. And it was really cool to be able to realize something I had in a storage closet that I was not really into became a part of my brand, a part of who I am. And I had no idea. I was more relying on my computer skills, the things I went to school for, or ministry stuff. Like those are the worlds. I didn't know my physique would be a part of what I would use to win. What's in your storage closet? Because there's something there for you that's there. I mean, the story continues with that as well. We launched a brand called The Final Fitting, where we would help brides and grooms get in shape before their weddings. And that's coming back. Like, I'm super excited about it, right? And there's something stemming from that I want to talk about here. All because I pulled something out of my storage closet and I started to use it because it was already there. And it all started because my mentor said, one of my big brothers said to me, bro, you should be using your physique as part of the gift that God gave you for your communication on the planet. Who knew? I had no idea. So when you look at me and you see, who's this guy over 50 out here flexing? To be honest, I'm barely in the gym. I'm not flexing at all. In fact, I should be embarrassed about what I've been up to because I've been cheating. I've been cheating the system. My daughter's calling me. I've been cheating the system, and I know that there's more in me, but I've been playing it, I've been cheating. So I'm going to get back in there and get it real and start to own it, because you know what that also led to? Modeling. And I would get paid to model and be in magazines in Chicago. I was on a couple buildings in Chicago, billboards around Milwaukee, and I got paid to do all this stuff. Commercials, I became an actor. All of this because I got in my closet and I started showing up using everything I had available. What do you have available that you're not using, that's dormant inside of you? Because that might be the answer that you've been looking for. Spend some time with me. Let's connect. I'm still in the coaching world. You want to coach? I got you. Hit me up. You can also join my free VIP group. Once the group hits, the numbers keep climbing, I'm going to start hosting Sunday night calls where we can talk about one of the videos during the week, and I can add value and help you unpack for free. Anyway, talk to you soon. Get in your closet. Pull it all out. Do what you do. Show up in your life.